Welcome to this special edition of Business News on InfoNews Media TV. Danish consumers previously took action amid political tensions by boycotting American products on an unprecedented scale. But now it appears the boycott is easing, and everyday life is returning to supermarket shelves. In early 2025, a wave of consumer protests swept Denmark. Triggered by political tensions after Donald Trump's return to the White House and his attempt to buy Greenland, many Danes vowed to boycott American products. Danish travelers turn their backs on the USA. All start early 2025, where a growing number of Danish travelers are avoiding the United States, with travel agencies reporting about a 32% drop in bookings compared to last year. This shift intensified after a press conference involving Donald Trump and Zelensky, which triggered cancellations and inquiries about alternative destinations. The trend extends beyond travel, as Danish consumers increasingly boycott American products, with retailers like Salling Group introducing labels to promote European brands. Experts see this as a historic political consumer movement, reflecting Danes' reassessment of global alliances and values. While many support the boycott, it may deepen cultural divides with the U.S. The long-term effects on Danish travel and consumption habits remain uncertain, but the change signals a clear distancing from the U.S. for now. Supermarket chains like Salling Group and Coop marked European goods to encourage shoppers to choose local and continental brands. Yet despite the media buzz, most American brands saw little lasting impact, with one notable exception: Californian wine. Jacob Krogsgaard Nielsen from Salling Group says, "There haven't been any remarkable shifts in American brand sales, except for a clear decline in Californian wine." Coop's Jens Juel Nielsen echoes this, confirming no major changes beyond that category. The boycott followed a familiar pattern. Lifestyle expert Henrik Bieger explains, "The first wave acted with passion, buying with their hearts. Then the broader, more cautious consumers joined in out of principle. But boycotts always fade. Eventually, many Danes thought, Trump won't tell me what to buy." This shift is evident in sales figures. Coca-Cola, Pepsi, and even Orkla Denmark's brands like Kim's and Beauvais saw only temporary fluctuations. As Kim Egge Møller of Orkla put it, after a brief spike in February, questions about avoiding American products quickly died down, but where the boycott hit harder was in travel. While food and retail have nearly returned to normal, U.S.-bound tourism lags. TV2 contacted major travel agencies like FDM Travel, USA Redsor, and USA Tours. Anders Iverson of FDM Travel says demand surged in May and June, almost matching last year's levels. Nikolai Bach-Hjort of USA Redsor confirms a 30% initial drop but steady recovery since. Yet not everyone has recovered. Jysk Rejsebureau reports a 41% decline in U.S. travel bookings compared to last year. Bieger offers insight. Buying ketchup is easy. But flying across the Atlantic and implicitly supporting hardline U.S. policies is a far more complex decision. Supporting this, data from the U.S. National Travel and Tourism Office shows about 13% fewer Danes visited America in early 2025 versus 2024. And many of these trips were booked before the boycott even began. So, while the Danish boycott of American goods has mostly fizzled out, especially in groceries, its political and psychological effects remain, especially in the travel sector. Whether this hesitation will last or fade remains to be seen. Danish car buyers have forgiven Elon Musk. Tesla takes second place in Denmark after a turbulent period during which Elon Musk's political statements and controversial appearances put Tesla at odds with Danish consumers. The brand is now back on track. The Tesla Model Y has once again secured a strong position among the most popular cars in Denmark, reaching second place in June with over 1,100 units sold. It was a tough winter for Tesla, with sales plummeting and the brand dropping out of the top 10 best-selling cars in Denmark. Many Danish car buyers turned their backs on Tesla after Elon Musk became associated with Donald Trump and his controversial political alliances, including support for far-right parties in Europe. Musk's public appearances, including his dramatic speech to Republicans and his use of a chainsaw on stage to illustrate cuts in U.S. public spending, sparked major debate and divided consumers. Following a public falling out with Donald Trump, Musk withdrew from the Trump administration and has since stepped back from the spotlight. According to lifestyle expert Henrik Byeger, this has helped ease the negative sentiment around Musk. Consumer boycotts often start with a small group of passionate individuals who draw attention. Then more join if the campaign gains momentum. But now we're at a point where the passionate remain, but many others have returned to a more normal daily life, Byeger told TV2. Danes are known bargain hunters, and Tesla has maintained its position by offering competitive prices for the value of the car. Henrik Driebolt, owner of the YouTube channel Kuffert and Korahansker, says Tesla remains attractive because the prices are competitive and Danes are fundamentally drawn to good deals. The Tesla Model Y was Denmark's best-selling car in both 2023 and 2024. But this year, it appears that the Skoda Enyaq, with its lower price point, has taken the top spot. The Skoda starts around 250,000 kroner, while the Tesla Model Y begins at about 340,000 kroner. Skoda is more price-friendly for many Danish families, and that shows in the sales, Driebolt explains. In addition to the price difference, Tesla faces more competition from the VW ID.4, Skoda Enyaq, Xpeng G6, and Toyota BZ4X, all of which challenge Tesla's position. Henrik Byeger doubts Tesla can regain its former market dominance. There has been irreversible damage, with some buyers opting out of Tesla, and competition has become much tougher. Tesla lacks models in the lower price segment, where the majority of Danes buy cars, he says. Tesla is attempting to regain ground with a facelifted Model Y featuring improved interior and driving characteristics, as well as campaigns offering particularly low-interest car loans. While Tesla struggles in Denmark, the brand continues to grow in other European countries. In Norway, one of Europe's largest EV markets, the Tesla Model Y is the best-selling car. With a record-breaking electric car market share in Denmark last May, where 86% of private car sales were electric vehicles, the future looks bright for EVs, and Tesla remains an important player, even though competition is fiercer than before. As Denmark reconsiders its ties with the U.S., this emerging movement shows how politics and consumer choices are deeply intertwined, and the full impact is still unfolding. Stay tuned with InfoNews Media TV for all the latest updates.